like, has that actually ever happened on Twitch? That someone that had like a cooking stream, like basically set their kitchen on fire?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I think it was pretty fun.
Here we go.
I mean, you already know I will say like a place very close to my family. But if you remove like family and friends from the equation, oh, where would I live? I don't know, I still probably would live in Europe, but a bit more south, so it's like warmer. But I also don't want it to be like, oops, too warm. I don't know. Maybe something like South Germany or something. Now, I was more thinking like something that is similar to here, but better weather. That was like, honestly, I've never really thought about it. To give like a good answer to that question, I would really have to think about it more and look into things. Because I've never honestly considered moving away from here, ever. So it's not something I've ever like really thought about. Which is why I feel like I can't give a proper answer. I mean, I do like a lot of like the, you know, more Nordic values, if you want to put it that way. The only thing I really don't like about Sweden is the weather. Generally speaking. It's like the one disadvantage. The one true disadvantage, I feel like. I mean, I probably would say something like Cali or Texas in terms of food. Yeah, probably LA, and then yeah, something like Austin maybe. But LA, you can like so easily get like so much diverse food that still has like very, very high quality. That's pretty broken with like bigger places as well. That's something actually, that's actually a disadvantage here as well. You can get good food, but some different type of food is like very hard to come by. And sometimes it's not even possible. And even if it is possible, it's by no means always guaranteed that it's gonna be good. Yeah, it's so expensive. Certain parts of the US to like get a house or an apartment, it's like holy f. Yeah, I've heard about rents in San Francisco. Like you can easily pay like $2 grand in rent for like an apartment. And it's like, wait, what? And it's like not even like necessarily like even something like that big or that amazing. Just like, I don't know, it's crazy. I'm happy I don't pay much for rent at least. It's not that big, but it's alright. It's alright. I mean, I think San Francisco is pretty chill when I've been there. But yeah, it would be very hard for me to make a living of streaming if I had rent like that. Because then on top of that, you also have like, if emergencies happens, like something like health-wise, you're also like very screwed. No, I was just more thinking like, I was more thinking in terms of weather, that it probably, like, it's like Germany overall is similar enough to Sweden, but weather will be better. I don't have a good answer because I've never considered moving. Not even like really outside of Gothenburg have I ever considered moving. If it would be like right outside. But it's just, oops, how did I miss that? It's just like close to everything for me.
It's me, Mario.
I mean, German beer sounds good. I mean, that's a big plus. Higher quality football, also a big plus. Nah, it probably would be fun. I have a lot of friends in Stockholm. It's not super far. Like, if you take the express train, it actually goes fairly fast. I mean, it's more crowded, for sure. It's more crowded. The city is much bigger. Gothenburg feels so small in comparison to Stockholm. Like, Stockholm is way bigger, way more people. And a lot of people say that's... Like, how do you say... Like, how do you translate it? But... Basically, Gothenburg has more of the, like, reputation of, like... Like, in Swedish we would say goa gubbar, which basically is, like, the more chill people, if you want to put it that way. While Stockholmers have more of a reputation of kind of being... dicks. Not as extreme, but you probably see my point. It is like that's a very like stereotypical thing, and like really don't hold that much weight to it. But yeah, that's pretty much New York would be more, from what I've like heard people talk about it and probably experienced myself slightly. New York would probably be more Stockholm. And LA would probably be more Gothenburg, if you had to like make the comparison. Not that I really think you can do that comparison, but yeah. I mean, I've always said the UK is like the Europeans that are the most similar to the US. But I will say though, like from my experience in London, you also can find a lot of good diverse food. But yeah, I don't have super much experience with it, but yeah. I mean, I do think when it comes to food though, like a lot of times it's like, yeah, places they just like make their own variation. Sometimes it can be like very close or basically like the authentic one, but still. Alright, that's never happened. But I think I actually pressed the camera one time too many. But I really thought that was gonna reach. Killed a very solid run due to 0.3 seconds. Yeah, I mean, IKEA is a Swedish company, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's just like meatballs is by no means anything special. And the ones you get at IKEA is probably gonna be even less special. Yeah, I mean, if you want, like, the best type of meatballs, it would have to be, like, proper homemade ones. And I do not think IKEA qualifies for that. They're probably okay, but yeah. I've never had them as far as I remember. Dude, I'm a bit jealous. I'm a bit jealous, Zach. I actually realized though, we actually apparently have some poke place here. I don't think it's gonna live up to my hope, but I gotta test it. The ramen place here is still like with American measurements on ramen, it's like high tier. Where would I live? I mean, I do like a lot of like the more American values. If you, I don't know, I still probably would live in San Francisco, Cali, or Texas. With American, it's like high tier. I mean, the ramen place I've gone to many times, and it was surprisingly good. I expected it to be trash when I went the first time, like years ago. But the poke place, I didn't know it until like at some point during the pandemic. So I haven't had it. Compared to the best ramen I've had in the US, I would say it's either high tier or low top tier. But I've never had ramen in Japan, so I can't say anything in comparison to that. People always hype up Japanese curry as well. I've never had it, but people hype it up, so I'm like, I gotta test it at least. The thing is, like, I've had some people, like some friends of mine, that have had ramen in Japan and the US, and some people say that it's like such a massive difference, and then some people say it's better in Japan, but the difference is not that large. And I have no clue what camp I would be in. But it seems like everyone agrees that it's at least better. I probably have heard someone say it's the same. Oh, the ramen? Is it really that different? Huh. I never, like... Because I think the ramen I've had in the US, at least, compared to here, it was, like, very, very similar. And American friends that have tested both, they never really mentioned it was, like, different. Just more that, you know, tasted slightly better or quite a bit better. But yeah, I've heard so many various opinions on this. So I'm like, I just need to test it for myself. Yeah, you guys are making me too hungry. No, I've never seen that documentary. I mean, this so-called greatest sushi maker in the world, I can more than happily be your test person. I can be the judge. Wait, holy $500 for sushi? I mean, for $500, it better be more than the best sushi you'll ever eat.
Mario.
You just ate and you're already hungry again? I haven't eaten for like 7 hours or something, so I'm... Is it like Michelin stars you're talking about, Zach, or something else? Isn't like 5 Michelin stars the highest you can have? I mean, that's pretty pog if you have that. It's like super hard to even get 1 star. Oh, it's 3 Michelin stars the highest you can have. I see. Normally, like, these type of things is like 5 stars, I feel. But, yeah, I guess it's 3 for those. I mean, I think for some people, just the fact that it's the most expensive make some people, like, really want to test it, just to say. I think the hotel for Pound 5, which was that, you know, scandal with not the prize money, I think that was like a 4 or 5 star hotel, which is part of the reason the whole Pound disaster happened. Because it was a very expensive hotel, and smashers and money don't really go well. So I mean, it was probably even more than average that people like grouped up in one room to save money. And they made that deal with the hotel that X amount of rooms were gonna be sold out for the weekend, and they didn't make anywhere near that. I think that one was like a 4 or 5 star hotel, but I can't really say I remember much from, like, I don't really remember anything from like the hotel rooms or hotel, like the food or anything. It's been too many trips. It all kind of just like, you know, blends together. I really need to eat. I'm so f***ing hungry. Feel like I can't really play. Yeah. I gotta go and make some food. Yeah, you guys actually made me extra hungry by talking about all the food. Nah, it's fine. Talking about food is cool. I like food. Dude, I'm not really a chef by any means. That cooking stream would be a disaster. Okay, honestly not that bad. I do cook fairly often, but mainly fairly simple things. Yeah, because you guys will just hope that I mess up. Put my apartment on fire. I mean, that wouldn't happen, but that would make for some special stream content. Like, has that actually ever happened on Twitch? That someone that had like a cooking stream, like, basically set their kitchen on fire? Like, it just feels like one of these stupid ass ideas some people would get, like, this is how I go viral. Oh sh**, so it already did happen.
Let it sit still. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I just lit my kitchen on fire! Oh my god!
I mean, that gotta be a long time ago. I've never actually heard about it. I mean, I guess someone is gonna, like, come and do it again at some point. I can already see it happen, sadly. Alright guys, we're gonna wrap it up. I gotta make some food. Take it easy. See you tomorrow.